And we are live again in capital city of the internet, Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I've got a little music going on for all those out. We're going to dedicate today's program to those of you who are having a love-hate relationship with your computer. Mostly hate, less love. Today, we have a special guest and colleague, Tanya Vick from Cary, North Carolina. Good afternoon, Tanya.
Good afternoon, Dr. Lant. Good afternoon, everyone.
And I put a link on the screen. It's like a fish out of water. One of the things that is disturbing people all over the world is they don't know anything about computers. Their children, their grandchildren know more than they do. But here's the ticket. Worldprofit has what we call it's our insurance policy. It's the technology policy. And George Koch is our special secret agent. He's the guy that's going to do all the technical work for all of you. And I don't think that that's not important. Well, we will by the end of this program. We're going to go 58 minutes now. We're going to make a terrific $20,000 offer. We're going to talk to people if they'll talk to us. We're going to do some free consultations. And we're going to give them some old down-home advice. We're recording as usual. Patrice Porter is out there in radio playing with the wires, making sure that we're clear and you can hear us. And Tanya, what would you like to say, first of all, to the folks today as we get started? I have a message for William. William, close the windows. You've got too many windows open. You need only one window open. Anything other than gives them echoes.
Folks, we have everything here for you to succeed online. Because you need to know what you are doing to start with. And here in Worldprofit, our training is terrific. We're going to be taken by hand, and you'll know what to do and how to do it to succeed. So,
my name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I'm the MC, the CEO of this company, have been for over 20 years. I'm speaking to you from the U.S. office in Cambridge, Massachusetts, right in the middle of this capital city of the internet, right across the street from where Facebook was created. Mark Zuckerberg's office was like 1.5 blocks from here, and Bill Gates' office was about 2 blocks from here. We're right smack in the middle of what's happening. We are happening this company on the internet. Why? Because we have done a scientific evaluation of what it's going to take you to make money on the net, and we have got everything. Nothing's in theory. Nothing is difficult. Nothing is too hard. But the thing that can work against you is yourself. This is a program about your own worst enemy. You go, well, who do I mean? Go into the bathroom and look in the mirror, and you're going to see who I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to start by trying to speak to VRL Bintu. VRL, you are now live on our Anything Goes program, where we get together once each day at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And boy, did he ever flee. Live, whoops. It's like Maynard G. Krebs. He doesn't want to work. Folks, as the people come in, we're going to let them know that this is a live program. It's called Anything Goes. It is the longest running live internet program ever, by far. We created it many, many, many years ago. And when we say anything goes, we mean anything goes. And that's upset some people because they think it should be what they want. But I say this to them, if you wanted to have your own program, hey, set up your own company. It's free country. We are going to, as I say, talk to the people as they come in. I'm going to read an article today also. And we're going to talk about being your own worst enemy, not following directions. And do you really need coaching, or do you just need to be, get up in the morning and get started? No, Tanya, I am not a kind of a person who needs a coach. I've had many coaches in my life, and I like to think that I help listen to them. In the final analysis, I didn't need someone to pull me out of bed and say, "Get up, Lant, get up, you lazy moron." And Randall, and you're a self-starter as well. Doesn't it bother you? It bothers the hell out of me when people say they want to succeed and they want to help, and then they don't do anything. I wonder what track they switched onto that I wasn't paying attention to. I don't need to have this. I want a coach's input in terms of specific information. I want to know what they know. But I don't need somebody to get up and pull me out of bed and say, "You're late again, you're late again, you're late again." And yet so many people that come in here need that coaching.
That's right. people need help. They need coaching. They need us. And we're here standing by to help them.
Now, there are at the present time 21 people in our studio audience, and here's how our audience gets divided. We have the studio for people that we're talking to right now, and that will come in and out all during the program. And then we have the people that we connect with through YouTube, and we have hit thousands of people through YouTube every day. Because we have hundreds of these programs that have been stockpiled over the course of time. And we have been very consistent in writing the necessary articles to get our message out, and also to do the necessary video. So all we do every day is create more ammunition. For those of you that don't know what we mean, pay very close attention, because you get to use this material if you're a member. And Rodell Futch, calling Rodell. Rodell, we're trying to get a live person here to do some analysis of your website and why you're not making any money. The thing that I find so incredible, exasperating every single day is this. Right then, he knows that he's in touch with us. He left because he heard his name called and he was scared. I don't understand that we've been in the internet long enough with video programming. People shouldn't be frightened or shouldn't be startled when the computer talks to them, because we have built this business on the unique way we have of dealing with people through any number of advertisements, but also here live on the Anything Goes program. Again, now our traffic is going up, good, as we speak, and that's the way it should be. Again, people who are looking in the window, what we want you to do is fill out the form in front of you, come on in and talk to us so that we can bring you into this community and start making money. And when we talk about making money, we actually mean it. We can't just go around saying we make money if we're not making money. We've been doing this now for over 20 years. We are the longest serving home business program in the world, and we help all over the world. Let's shall we wait a minute to present the program, the special offer, and so I think I'll read my article first, and we'll segue into the offer, so give some people some chance to come in here. I wanted to read an article today about being a self-starter, and because so many people that I encounter need to be picked up and held and cuddled and moved around. That wasn't the kind of upbringing I had. My father basically said, if you want it, do it. I can remember one conversation about a bicycle. Papa talked about a bicycle. And I said, can you give me a bicycle? He said, are you kidding? I wouldn't buy you a bicycle. You're a bad credit risk. He said, if you want a bicycle, go out and earn the money and get it and pay for it yourself. And he said, then you won't leave it out in the rain. Well, he was right. The bicycle that I bought was an English racer. It was green. It was beautiful, and I had it for 15 years before somebody finally stole it. His career was ended by theft. Somebody who thought there were easier ways than working for it. My father was right. If I had been given that bicycle, I wouldn't have taken the care of it that I did. So here's the question. We give out a great deal of stuff time. And sometimes I think it's so much that the people are just taking advantage of it instead of understanding that somebody had to do the work to make all this possible. You have a comment on that?
That's right. And then the brains here is George Kosh. He put together things that are gonna blow your mind. And we need all those. That's why he put together. And you're always working on something extra to help us make money online. It's terrific, Dr. Lant. What this man creates is unbelievable. And we are so ready here.
One of the reasons we did that is because very early on in the internet, we were in the right place at the right time, and we made money. Other people weren't making money, but we were. And we were able to have our North American conferences, which were very, very successful. And then, of course, all the million deals, or more than a million deals that we've had through email of various kinds. So we were amongst the fortunate people. But I don't say fortunate in terms of luck. It wasn't luck. It was stick-to-itiveness, if you want to call it sitz-fleisch rather. If you sit down and just work away at it, you're going to have success. That was what it was. I'm going to read you before my voice collapses entirely. I'm going to read you this article on a self-starter that you know. Me! That's why today's article is about me when I was in high school. Because a lot of you folks have forgotten how energetic you were and how focused. And what I like to ask people is, in high school, did you think you were going to say, I'm poor, I'm a failure, I have no money? And teenagers don't say things like that. Teenagers say, I'm going to be president of the United States, and when I'm president, I'm not having you to come to the White House. Teenagers have expansive views, oftentimes completely ludicrous, but I far prefer those than the people that I meet who are post-teenagers, who are 45 years old, 55 years old, and they're saying, I have Social Security, I don't have any other thing, I'm poor, I'm this and that. People, if you were at one point the ambitious little boy or girl, then get out of the current mode of talking about yourself. It's extremely upsetting and irritating to hear people denigrate themselves and then expect to be given a handout. So this is not handout heaven. You have whatever you want, but there is a charge. The charge is ludicrously low. Anyway, here we go. This article is an article about unanticipated consequences of technology. This one worked spectacularly well. Of Principles and Principles. My Mother at Her Glorious Best, The First Amendment, and Me, University High School, Los Angeles, High Noon, 1963. Author's Program Note. In 1962, my father, Donald Martin Lant, was invited to accept a better job in West Los Angeles. And as a result, having removed ourselves from Downers Grove, Illinois, where we either knew or were related to absolutely everyone, we found ourselves in the city of angels, where the only people we knew were my father's boss and his numerous progeny. Thus, for the first time, but nowhere near the last, I entered a place where I knew no one and no one knew me. It was do or die, sink or swim, up or out. It was University High School, and here in due course I discovered some very useful things about who I was and what I could do, not the least of which being a certain talent for mastering communications media and influencing people, skills I am putting to work right here, right now. Telstar. On October the 4th, 1957, the Great Republic and its comfortable verities were challenged by a device called Sputnik. In it, we saw the end of civilization as we understood it, leave it to Beaver, and all. Yes, we saw the future, or surely thought we did, and it was ominous, threatening, and red. This hysterical vision of living hell, more lurid than Dante, got more insistent, likely, and proximate when just a few weeks later, in November 1957, the Ruskies launched a dog named Lyca. And if they could launch a pooch, surely they could, and lickety-split too, launch a man with the bomb. This vision developed further when the infernal Soviets put cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin into orbit. From that date, October 12, 1961, we were sure, absolutely positively, that Armageddon was not. But it wasn't, not by a long shot. One big reason why was the first active direct relay communication satellite, Telstar 1, launched on top of a Thor Delta rocket on July 10, 1962. It successfully provided the first television pictures, telephone calls, fax images, and the first live transatlantic television feed. Unwittingly, it was the most effective weapon the Great Republic could have lobbed at Moscow at the time, for it enticingly showed its oppressive regimes and oppressed millions what awaited them if only they had the good sense to surrender and stop spookiness. Oh, how sweet life could be with Coca-Cola, Skippy peanut butter, Swanson TV dinners, Kraft mac and cheese, Chevrolet with dinosaurs, sweet down-home invite, Kool-Aid, Lux Liquid, and of course, Mr. A-Wonderful himself, Lawrence Welk, and his irresistible champagne music makers and their impossibly immaculate lives. Those commies with their grim KGB realities and gelid gulags never had a chance, despite the stolid attributes of Lyca, Yuri, and a commissar named Khrushchev, whose abiding dream was to bury us. Kinky. None of it worked against the verdant lawns and anti-BO aerosols of American graffiti. They were omnipresent. And thus, for the music accompanying this article, I give you Telstar, the 1962 novelty instrumental record performed by the Tornadoes. It was the first single by a British band to reach #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. Written and produced by Joe Meek, it worked because its over 5 million purchasers heard in its eerie, space-like sound effects a future that was sure to be good for them and the world. Sadly, that wasn't true for Meek, who killed himself just 3 weeks before a court awarded him the whopping royalties from this very popular hit. It was all about the money, as it always is. Go to any search engine now and listen to Meek's signal contribution to culture. Its distortion and background noises, the authentic music of the spheres. Telstar up, Telstar song up, me on the launching pad. I knew very early in life that I wanted a career with words, a career which would pay me for thinking, writing, talking, influencing not just mankind, but the galaxy and beyond. In short, I wanted to put the universe under my microscope and record what I saw, good, bad, absurd, painful, whatever, just so I got it right, got it first, got it the most beautifully written, no holds barred. As such, I naturally gravitated to the journalism department where being new and friendless didn't matter at all. All that counted was being able to use words properly and meet deadlines. Everything else would follow. Mr. Germain. I think I understand Mr. Germain now. I'm much older, after all, than he was when I knew him. I suspect he wanted to be a journalist, wanted to move multitudes and influence the course of human events with words, powerful, motivating, challenging, demanding words. But he had bills to pay, perhaps a family to support, and he couldn't just give up a good job, hot turkey, cold turkey. Yet the evenings and weekends that he didn't seem enough time to write. And so he became the most unhappy of people, the writer who could not write. And perhaps it was this which accounted for the whiff of sadness and resignation about him, for otherwise he was likable indeed. We got along at once. I found him writing in a place where I could write, find supportive criticism, and rewrite to perfection. He found what every teacher wants, a bright student who will listen and justify their career choice. And so on this basis I became a cub reporter, and in short order I requested and was given what every commentator must have, a designated space in the newspaper called the Warrior. That was mine, all mine. It was my launching pad, and so the boy who entered University High School knowing absolutely no one, quite literally, without pal or buddy, was shortly known by all, in hot pursuit of the story. I found roaming the expansive campus that uni provided, talking to people about other people, taking notes, always scribbling. One aspect of my column concerned favorite tunes and who was listening to what. Telstar popped up again and again on the most popular list. So did my interviews with Hollywood stars, reviews, etc. One of the great perquisites of my office was access to an unending stream of comp tickets sent to the Warrior by every movie and television studio. I didn't drive then, and so I bribed my friends, like Norman Levitt, with a free pass if he'd chauffeur me and generally be my good gopher. It was a system that worked. I particularly liked the events that took place during school hours. We had a pre-authorized pass available to hand to the teachers whose classes we would miss. I loved using it with the gym teachers whose petty brutality supplanted me. I knew where I needed to be, sweating profusely with adolescent boys who wasn't there. Cruising down Sunset Boulevard in Norman's bright red sports car en route to one studio or another, was editor-in-chief. In due course, I rose to the position that might have been created just for me, editor-in-chief. I was, I think, still a junior when I was elevated. I had no precise agenda, certainly no list of abuses to the power of the press. Still, newspapers have editorials for a reason, and therefore I must have editorials too. And thus came trouble. Its name was Hugh Foley, principal. He might have come straight from central casting, tailor-made for the role of petty bureaucrat. Porcine, tyrant, prig, you know the type. We hated each other on set. And so we both bided our time, wary, guarded, certain something would happen. The editorial, the reaction, just the bare facts. Let me be clear with you. I was not an editorial firebrand, I said William Darcy in the Liberator. I liked my life as it was, perks and all, and I didn't mean to rob too many votes. Still, I thought then what I continue to think today. That each of us has the duty to prove matters where we can do so. And on this basis, I typed an editorial that urged certain positive, in my opinion, changes, including his principal Foley's administration. He learned of this mild editorial from the snitch print shop tip. He alerted Foley, who left his throne long enough to march to the print shop, to rip the editorial off the printing press, and order the paper printed with a blank space where Michael had given. A sensation. Of course, the entire school, administrators, teachers, staff, students, were immediately abuzz. My name was on everyone's lips, and to many, I became an instant celebrity. A truthful man oppressed by wanton work. This opinion surged when Foley cashiered me as editor, thereby establishing me as a key to Joan of Arc on Martin Luther. This was big, and I would have completely destroyed it except for the fact that it was about me. At this point, my mother, Shirley May Lowry, of Lant, intervened in the matter. Parents in those days were, it seems to me, much more actively involved with their children's education and schooling. My parents were, and so in case in this way. And so she went to see Mr. Foley. The matter was about me, but I was largely an onlooker, almost a fly on the wall, every commentator was to be. And my mother, adamant principle. My mother was a formidable woman, a fact Principal Foley was about to discover. She also played a better case, buttressed as it was the Constitution of the Great Republic and its sacred First Amendment. For she had been a cub reporter once upon a time, and for her the amendment read exactly what it stated. Congress shall make the law. And so Hugh Foley, to his acute chagrin, found himself defending the indefensible against a practiced foe who wasn't about to let him get away with the grave injustice that besmirched my name record. I never admired him more than then. And so Hugh Foley, the most petty of tyrants, backed down, reinstating the culprit, but vowing vengeance in his heart, all done with the most ill grace possible. But here he was wrong. I was no revelry, no troublemaker. He would have done far better to make a friend, an ally. My mother and I would have welcomed such an amiable solution. And it is that which shows that 1963, its manners, its mores, are those of the old regime about to be swept away, collateral casualties of Vietnam and all its consequences, including pictures of carnage, napalm, and death transmitted worldwide by Telstar, a revolutionary machine which in every aspect changed the world, one eerie beat at a time. And that's my article for the day. What do you think about that?
I like it very much, Dr. Lynn. You say you just keep going and keep doing it, and I'm so glad that you had your parents involved in it. Very
My
good.
parents were there when you needed them. I can see her. She was wearing a Jackie Pillbox hat and white gloves. That's what parents wore to go to schools in those days. See the principal. Foley was dressed in a jacket and tie, and he looked exactly like porcine, which is what we were, a little language junk. That meant pig-like. It was little beady eyes. And he knew about it. I was a revolutionary, to be rooted out. The funny thing was, I wasn't a revolutionary. I believe that everyone should have the chances to do well, to be educated. I believe that education is the most important thing. And so we're going to talk to Daryl Jackson here. We're going to talk to Orem Heron here. Omri Heron. Omri Heron, are you there? This is Dr. Lant with Tanya Vick. We are running the Anything Goes show today. Omri Heron, are you there? This is the part of the thing I don't get. He's not making any money.
Right.
He doesn't have any team support. He doesn't have any leads. He doesn't have any mailing lists. He has no site that works. And he's not talking to us. And he's sitting up there. Omri, have a moment of clarity. We're doing this the wrong way. Here comes Cheryl Hawkins, and I want to get an update from her. Cheryl, I want an update on your webcam and your headset, how that's coming along. And Omri Heron, we need to hear from you. Tanya, what can we do to talk to Omri Heron? He just doesn't grasp the position. It's so weird. It is almost surreal. If you had to invent a situation for mutual frustration, you'd have us with having every crumb you need to make money on the net. Every single thing, missing nothing. And yet you'd have people who needed it who wouldn't talk. Does anybody care to have an explanation on this buffaloes?
I don't know what he's doing, because that order form has been open since we started reading. So I'm not quite sure he's placing the order.
Okay, I'm here, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bounce you out of here because you're not cooperating. And when you come back, you got to say hello to us. That's all you have to do. Say hello. Now I'm just going to bite the dust. No, I'm a kind of a get down to business kind of a guy. I do small talk when that's the purpose of the meeting. But if the purpose of the meeting is business, I don't care where. I don't have to be. I'll be in an airplane seat, the back of the seat of a car, in the back of a flatbed truck, on the telephone, on the fax, on the internet, in person, in the swimming pool. I don't care where I am, because I can get down to business absolutely anywhere. And I'm amazed at people who can't do that. Just like presidential candidates can get votes anywhere. They're not restricted. People who want to do business are not restricted either. You think about that. Absolutely, any venue is a place for making money. Groceries, I make money. Some of the places where I've made money are kind of funny. I remember one day a guy was about to go into a heart surgery, and we were literally negotiating the terms of the contract moments before he went into the surgery. And he lived, and we made the deal. Now, other people would say, well, it's not appropriate. Well, if he wants to do it and I want to do it, what the hell is appropriate?
What is not appropriate procrastination?
Yes, procrastination and lying and evasiveness, evasive behavior, and exasperating behavior, those are not acceptable. And unfortunately, these days, we see way too much of it. But I have a secret card that is coming. Bit by bit, you can see in the live business that the surnames of the prospects are changing. We see lots more people from India, Pakistan. We see lots more people from Arab countries. These people, surprisingly enough, do business. If you can focus them, make sure that they understand the language, you're going to have a good time. I'm finding it very easy to make sales in the third world. Their problem is that they say they don't have the money, but if you say, look, I'm going to give you 2 days to get it together like that, they're much looking for that. They're not as, what do I want to say, as effete and decadent as the people that deal with in the United States and Canada. I mean, people in the United States think nothing of lying. Now, I mean, we're in a period of history where you can't pin anyone down for the truth. What is the truth? And they're lying about absolutely everything. They don't have any money, they're sick, and going to die, whatever it is. Anybody else having this problem? Anybody else noticing that when people come in from the third world countries, they are better prepared? Mind you, I understand that they don't always speak the English very well and all that. It's a small technical issue. What do you think about that, Tanya? We will have plenty of customers in the third world. I want us to talk about
better ways.
What about a photo telemom? She's classic. 54-year-old, never had any money in her life, had to go out on a limb and find this. And it's going to, the next couple of months until she gets it all together, she's going to have some problems in that regard. But she is easy to work with because she wants out of the third world environment. If I lived in the third world and I had impure water, inadequate food, military regime, car company, I'd certainly do everything to make the money to get out of it.
That's for sure.
So what we're looking for are people who are seriously hating your current situation in life. If you can't stand the situation you're in, well, we're here to help you. Tanya, what we're going to ask you to do is read the offer now, and we're going to have that as a matter of record on this recording, and we'll explain to the people how the offer works after you make it. So folks, listen to this offer. It's worth over $20,000 to each of you. We're not kidding. This is the best offer on the internet. It is scientific by George Kosh, a technology guru who knows everything. He created this special offer for you. Tanya, let's have a quick play there.
Folks, this offer is very extensive. It's made in parts. So here you go, the first part of this awesome offer. If you place your order within the next minutes, you get this $1,500 bonus offer that was made for you in the video. You are going to receive $400 a month of cutting-edge success materials. All those materials have resale rights. Use them for yourself, sell them, and make a commission. And you get all the materials you receive from us. It's yours to keep. And this alone is worth thousands of dollars. You get total success training in home business bootcamp. Also, you have 75 monitors who will start closing sales for you today without ever charging you anything. You also get $800 worth of crucial business and wealth building software, again, all with resale rights. You get Worldprofit unique ClickBank promo kit, enabling you to make at least $1,000 a month without spending a penny. You also get our incredible Magic List Builder, which turns any website, folks, into a list building page instantly. And if you accept this awesome offer in the next 2 minutes, you get 10 associate members who will generate commissions for you. Are you ready to accept? Click on the Ready Order Now button, or you can click the blue link I just posted for you on the screen to order. This offer is made for you once and once only, but wait, there is more coming your way. If you order within 5 minutes, folks, and you get 50,000 additional money-making credits, including 10,000 additional guaranteed visitors to the website of your choice from Traffic Center, and 20,000 credits from a popular Safelist Extreme membership system. You also getting absolutely free our newest traffic generator marvel, the automatic SEO promo bot kit with a retail value of $450. This bot's terrific, helps you get your page guaranteed #1 position on Google, Yahoo, Bing, and so on. Also promotes your URL to over 3,000 backlink sites with just a few clicks, and allows you to post your message on over 70 Safelist and traffic exchanges. Finally, we will include the SEO Power Pack, a 23 software program worth over $1,000. This is our gift to you if you join us now. Click on the Ready Order Now link, or don't forget, it's the option #1, the monthly option, your option. And I have more coming your way, folks. You get your silver package now, and you receive over 1,000 articles for your blog by master writer and marketer Dr. Jeff Lant. And you can see the complete collection at jefflantarticles.com. Active dealers use these articles to generate thousands of responses in 15 minutes or so every single day. You also are getting our brand new software by master inventor George Kosh, which enables you to create hundreds of ebooks in just about 3 minutes per book. Terrific, folks, all your backlinking sites. So the spectacular offer is made for you once and once only. So click now in the Ready Order Now button, or click the blue link to order. And order in the next 15 minutes and add this to your 12,000 bonus package. Create, customize, and produce video articles almost as fast as you can read the sentence. And new folks, order in the next 7 minutes, and we will include the easy-to-use software you need to give away unlimited free advertising to all of your customers, whatever you sell. And this is with George Kosh's latest invention, and you will use it daily to get your customers to act, to respond, to buy from you. It has a $1,995 retail value. It's going to be yours completely free now. Let me remind you that this is Worldprofit exclusive, but I have more coming. All right, folks, video marketing. Video marketing is the hottest thing right now on the net. Have you been to the YouTube lately? Now you can stay home and profit if you know how to do it. Internationally known marketer Dr. Jeff Lant, Worldprofit CEO co-founder, shows you how to use video marketing to sell anything. Order in the next 7 minutes and get his incredible video marketing course free. This is a $10,000 value. That's why any university would charge for the 2-day workshop. But this is ongoing training. This course is unique, folks. It doesn't exist anywhere else, but you get it now. Plus, Dr. Jeff Lant's 19 ebook Net Profit, showing at Amazon.com, gonna be completely free for you. It has a price tag of $29.95, but it's yours free today as a bonus. And you can use this terrific book to generate thousands of leads with just one click. So folks, I want you to please look on top of this page. You're going to see 700,000 submissions. Those incredible submissions are going to be yours free when you purchase your silver today. That means 3 months free in our terrific SEO optimizer site. Dr. Lant, do we have anything else to add to this terrific offer?
I do. I'm going to add a quantity of associates, up to 100. It's going to depend on if you're easy to work with, and if you make it go smoothly for us, we're going to make it go smoothly for you. So let's talk first of all to Robert Grass. Robert, this is Dr. Lant, the CEO. We're here with Tanya Vick. We're right in the middle of our program for Anything Goes. Robert, I'm going to put up some information for you. And Cheryl, you put in a support ticket. And we're right in the middle of our Anything Goes program. Cheryl, this is not time to ask those kinds of routine questions, which you can easily go to for support. And let's okay, so Robert is gone. But it's on the video. That's good. Now, Cheryl, did you get your headset? That's something of interest to us. Do you do your promotions today and every day? Now we're going to just wait until people come in and we'll see if we can help them out, give them an individual consultation and see without help. And Cheryl, you have the headset. Well, Cheryl, we've been over this. What was my advice to you when you told me this the last time? The advice I gave you when you told me this before. Yes, I said plug them in and use them, didn't I? Did you follow my advice? The position of them didn't. People must like to hear me talk. Because they ask me the same question over and over and over again, and they get surprised. And what? They get the same answer over and over and over again. Well, then you have to go get one that you like. Cheryl, I have a saying. Let's see what Tanya thinks of this. My saying is that a person's IQ drops 50 points when they turn on the computer. Drops 50 points.
Get a Logitech, the best.
If you don't like what you've got and you know you need a piece, you got to go get one. Oh, good. Can't put it all over your eyes. Anyway, we are going to enjoy this spell of quietude for as long as it lasts, which won't be long. Cheryl, what gave you the remote idea that we would be interested in knowing that?
I don't understand because laptop has a built-in webcam. Mine is very good.
There are things I need to know, and 99% of things that you tell me I don't need to know at all.
Right. Turn it on the computer, off you go, right?
Cheryl, you know what I had for breakfast 2 weeks ago? You'll never believe it. It was so good, too, and there wasn't nearly enough of it. You know, I have heard an interesting story once about how dogs hear humans. Blah, 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 food. Blah, 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 food. Blah, 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 food. In other words, they screen out everything that is impertinent and unimportant and just focus on the main event, dinner. Okay, Frank Perez, we want to welcome you to the Live Business Center. This is your 6th visit. Frank, we are sitting here waiting to do some analysis of your internet activities. If you will speak to us. Frank Perez, how are you doing? Frank Perez, we're still waiting for you. William, you are back. William, we're trying to help you, but you're not responding to us, so we can't. Both you and Frank need to say hello to us. Click a message in the chat box. Now, Cheryl, I'm going to try to answer that as well. Are you following the steps in the boot camp? That's the key. There's no secret to this. It's very straightforward. Are you following George's secret? And by the way, I recommend it to everyone that they attend tomorrow morning's special program as it takes place every Friday. Information at the top of the page. Cheryl, are you following the steps in the boot camp? And do you know where your report card is? Oh, good. Now we can sink our teeth into something. Okay, I want you to skip down a little bit down the page underneath the the yellow box that says, here's what you turn off the system. I don't want you to know the system. But I want you underneath that, you're going to see a report card. Do you see your report card? The report card alters constantly. Keep looking. Right underneath the yellow box that says turn off the internet. To right, about 2 inches down the page. Tanya, I don't want to usurp your authority, but Cheryl needs to learn how to handle the daily promotions and how to do the boot camp.
As George Marshall says in his training, he is the sponsor. When we talk to our dealers, we just repeat or reinforce what George already said. But it's going to be my pleasure to talk to you on the phone. And by the way, today is my anniversary in Worldprofit.
Oh.
6 years here.
Congratulations.
Good afternoon.
6 years. Ooh. William, did you hear that? Connie Vick has been here 6 years ago today. She didn't drop out, and she didn't jump all over the page. She didn't come in without a surname. She wasn't difficult to work with. She had reasonable expectations, and I can go on and on. You know, I've come to the conclusion, just as things surprise me in the internet, my own opinions grow like throwing rocks in the Mississippi River. I don't think these. I think we have come to a point in U.S. and world history where people are reasonably comfortable at the bottom of the barrel, and that's all they're going to do. There are no big causes. There's a lot of little causes. There's no big cause that unites the world. We are divided on so many levels. People simply say, well, look, since nothing really I'm going to do anyway is going to matter, I won't do anything at all. I'll just take the check from the government and sit home and eat peanut butter and watch my video games. And I see this very invidious trend developing. What do you think, Tanya?
Yeah.
You notice that people are like, since they can't achieve anything significant, they'll want to achieve nothing at all.
Well, people think that failure equals I'm done. And what everybody talks about failure is your chance to make things better for yourself. So if you think about failure, you think about so many people went through like Graham and so on and so on. So we keep doing. It clicks, gets better and better and better. But if you want something to happen tomorrow and you don't want to endure any no setback, you have a serious problem with yourself. It's not the program. You have a problem. Because we need to persevere.
It's clear to me that William, I think we've told him a half dozen times, was the second fiddle to get echoes. Now, we know that he's getting echoes. He's sitting up there and he's cursing. Why do I get this echo? You're getting echoes, William, because you didn't listen to what we said and didn't follow the advice. That's point number one. Point number two, I would like to know on a scale of 1 to 10, what is his comfort level with failure? If he's totally comfortable with failure, he's 10, right down to 1 where he can't stand it at all. I have, I don't know what to call them, traits or can't stand it. I just can't stand it. I do whatever it takes to win. That's the way I've been my whole life. I'm planning to go out as I maintain it. I don't see too many people who do that. Pauline Bayer. Pauline Bayer from Into the Live Business Center. Pauline. We're talking about the elements of success and or failure. And people who are driven find people who are not absolutely useless.
Oh, I don't have any patience.
No patience, and I get exasperated myself. I say to the Brazilians that come every week, I said, you people are driving me crazy. You live in the United States. You're not just here like in seasonal labor for 6 months. You've been here for 10 years. And you can't speak a single word of English. That bothers me.
Oh, yes.
Because if I lived in Brazil for 6 months, I'd become fluent in Portuguese. I'd have my lessons, I'd have my friends speaking Portuguese, I'd have my records, I'd have my television set. I'd be learning Portuguese 24 hours a day. I can't understand people who willfully exclude themselves from society, and so that they have a tiny slice of people to talk to, and then they have 98% of the people they can't discuss anything with at all. I mean, literally, I have a person who comes here every week who cannot say good day in English. Cannot actually not say even that.
Oh, my brother. And
you
they
know
have
what they're
free
doing?
classes.
Yes, they get it all free.
Really is. My husband used to say, eu não falo portuguesa. The only phrase he used to say to people when he meet people there in Brazil, as the only phrase he was able to speak. And you guys are able to say Portuguese. He said portuguesa. It was so cute. But people love him. And the best.
We talk about the situation in Scotland for a minute because it's beginning to bother me. It now looks like the yes vote, the separatists, it's going to be very, very close. And what's interesting to me is 63% over 60 are voting no. In other words, the only swath of the population that is voting no and to a discernible amount is the people over 60 years old, over 63 particularly. Because these are the people that have pensions involved in houses and mortgages and all sorts of things that are tied to British banks and institutions. And they don't want to have their lives jeopardized. And guess what? I would be voting no as well. I would be a sure no voter, and I'm the demographic that's voting no. The people that overwhelmingly are voting yes are under 40. They are far ahead of the separatist game. I was thinking today, I woke up, and I am a Scot, and, what Scot is Scot? And I am having a hard time thinking of what Scotland gets out of the deal they don't already have. Now, I understand that referenda are used to leverage policies, and that they use them as a threat. But Cameron, the British Prime Minister, has made it very clear that he's not going to go with that. He said, if you vote yes, you're going to get yes. We're going to toss you out. And then he starts reading a list of things that they won't get. The British will simply stop because they'll be snubbed and they'll be very angry if the yes votes win. Anybody have any thoughts on this matter? It's beginning, and isn't today the day they vote? In fact, what's the date today?
Today is 18 September.
This is the day. I think this is the day.
Famous
Well, wait, I think today is the day. I'm going to look up and see if we have any returns coming. Yeah, there's no way I see this. Okay, 3 hours ago, Scotland's voters made their choice in independence. Let's see.
Jesus.
Thursday. Today is Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Voting, this is why we're not hearing anything. Voting can take place from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. local time. Today is the day. But it is now, the polls are still open. That's why we're not getting any returns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have 3 more hours.
And a match.
Yeah, the closed poll closed at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Well, I'm going to be watching this tomorrow. I have some remarks on the Scottish situation and what it means. I do hope that the United Kingdom is not decided. I hope people realize And I'm speaking to you as Scott, not my long-standing train. My name is Macmillan. My family's name is Macmillan in the Scottish clan network. And I just don't get why anyone would think that they'd be better off. Scotland is a poor country, and this would make it even poorer than it already is. Well, that's what I'm going to ask is, Tanya, I'd like you to give some last remarks. We're going to invite our friend, Miss Porter, up for her remarks. And then I'm going to be covering the Scottish situation tonight. Just zoning in, we've got approximately 3 more hours the polls are open in Scotland.
Okay, Dr. Lant, it was a pleasure being here today, and I would like to say to everybody that's
congratulations again and again and again.
To Dr. Lant, it's my pleasure to be here, and folks, come and join us. We have so much here for you. But come to learn. Open your mind. Forget it, everything that you did wrong or whatever happened in the past. Come in with an open mind to learn the right way how to make money online. We're going to help you. We are here to help one another.
I want to thank Tanya again for all that she does for this community. She doesn't have to do it. She's a fine volunteer and a fine leader. Now we're going to bring up Tanya's colleague and my colleague, Patrice Porter from Upper Saskatchewan. Any Scots out there who haven't voted yet, vote no.
And good day, Dr. Lant, and congratulations to Tanya too.
That's Porter is coming up.
6 years there. That's wonderful, and as you've shown to be a self-starter and learned many lessons along the way, and that's what it is when we're.
Can't hear you.
Oh. At Worldprofit here, we get to work as a team when having all sorts of support, so that when we are self-supporters, we can get past any challenges that we have in that. And if people want to catch the replay of this program, it'll be posted up on our new Worldprofit Tube at www.worldprofittube.com. and on the YouTube channels, Patrice Porter, and you can catch some other earlier Anything Goes programs on the Pat Porter channel. And also, if you want to check out my Home Business Central, get an example of what we have here at Worldprofit, go to www.20waystoprofit.com. And I also have created a business helping people to create abundance by gardening. And that's at www.gardeningforfoodsecurity.com. And with that, I'll be up in the next hour, but invite everyone to come up. And every day, Anything Goes happens, 1 p.m. Eastern. Bye for now.
And I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I'm the CEO, co-founder of Worldprofit at www.worldprofit.com. WORLDPROFIT.com. We've been here for over 20 years helping people worldwide. If you want help, if you need help, and you most probably do, come on into the live business center here. We'll take care of you. With that happy news, I'll give you the immortal words of Cole Porter. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked upon as something shocking. Now, God knows, anything goes. Since Chinese